Hey guys, this is my ticket mission run on FuSoYa's event, Siege of a Distant Moon. I actually have two versions of the ticket mission that I've done. The first version is a Bronze Wpn FuSoYa without any weapon passives at all if you decide to skip the banner altogether. And the second version is FuSoYa with his 1535 CP and his LD passive equipped as well. And that FuSoYa is holding a 505 ultimate weapon. Both runs are virtually identical. The only difference is the Bronze FuSoYa run is 2 turns longer because you do need to take those 2 additional turns to make up for the shortfall in damage from the Bronze FuSoYa. Anyway, I finally decided to upload the 7 turn run to Bronze FuSoYa because I guess that would be more helpful to more players. But I'll quickly cover in the run as well what you can do differently in case you did pull for FuSoYa and you are more interested in the 5 turn run. Alright, coming to the Bronze FuSoYa run, what you want is a starting turn order of Machina followed by FuSoYa followed by Selphie. To increase the likelihood of getting this starting turn order, I remove buff speed up passive from FuSoYa and starting speed up passive from Selphie. As always, I will include the setup in the video description as well so you can check it out in case you need more information. And this is also the part where the run differs between the 7 turn run and the 5 turn run. If you did pull for FuSoYa, what you can do is to skip the first turn with Machina here, so just reset until you get a starting turn order of FuSoYa followed by Selphie followed by Machina. This first turn right here, you see me do a series of awakenings followed by the spiral linchpin followed by attack, finally ending with his EX, and that's really only to whittle down 2 to 3% of the boss's HP, because you do need the bosses to hit 89% right before you start BT mode, and you can't do that with a Bronze FuSoYa. Now that I've brought the bosses down to 97%, essentially this part of the fight is identical between both versions of the run. In the built FuSoYa 5 turn run, I did swap the call between FuSoYa and Selphie, and FuSoYa held the Lunafreya call. The difference is pretty minimal. I decided to swap the calls around here because since FuSoYa is holding a bronze weapon, there's no point giving him quick prayer, he does virtually no damage. So I gave the Lunafreya call to Selphie instead. This allows Selphie to at least do 2 raptures at the start from the 2 turn quick prayer. What you only want to do with FuSoYa really is just to use his additional ability, and I did have his C65 passive equipped because that's virtually free for everyone. And then you just end FuSoYa's turn using his S2 to inflict the 1 turn paralysis. If you do have a Fang LD call with a Laguna Refined Sphere equipped like I do here, then you don't even need the paralysis from FuSoYa, you can just press any button that you want to end his turn. But if you do not have a Fang LD call with the Laguna Refined Sphere, then you should be pressing S2 to inflict the 1 turn paralysis. The goal right now is to just hit 100% force time and the summon meter with Selphie, which you can easily do. Once you are roughly about there, then you can end Selphie's turn. I use the Lunafreya base call just to get a call aura up, and then I use another rapture to end her turn. Machina only has 1 turn quick prayer, so his first turn has to be BT plus because that's the only ability here that isn't instant turn. Your next attack will have to be FR and then followed into LD. You don't want to use LD before FR because if you do so, then you will start Machina's BT mode at 9 turns of force time, which really isn't ideal. Right there you see me use the Fang base call, that inflicts 3 turns of daze, and you can actually use that to prevent the bosses from killing you when they hit 89% because daze is a form of paralysis. One big disclaimer here, if you want to use the Fang LD call, your Fang needs to have a Laguna refined or full sphere equipped. If you do not have the Laguna sphere equipped on Fang, her call abilities will not inflict daze. If you don't have Fang LD call, what you want to do instead is to use the Edward LD call. That's another alternative that you can use. But if you're using Edward LD call, then you most definitely will need to have FuSoYa use S2 at the start to inflict his 1 turn paralysis. If you're using Edward, then just use the Edward LD call in place of the Fang LD call and you're good to go. Regardless of which call you use, either Edward or Fang, the one important thing is you must use the LD call right before you pop BT mode. Do not use it any earlier. So the turn order here with Machina Event BT plus into FR, into LD, into Fang LD call, and then BT mode. You want to start Machina's BT mode at 8 turns of force time and not 7 turns, and you'll see why at the end. The BT mode with Machina is pretty straightforward. All you're doing is of course his trademark Furious Blades attack, and you alternate between the bosses. The important thing is you have to end his BT mode with the bosses below 30% HP, which is they need to be at red health essentially. When you exit Machina's BT mode, right here as you can see the bosses still have 20+% health, and because you've passed through all the thresholds inside Machina's BT mode, they will do a series of Drain Slash which targets a random party member. But because you've used the Warrior of Light LD call, Drain Slash will always deal 0 damage. If you don't have Warrior of Light LD call, you can use the Rydia LD call or the Raijin LD call. Anyway, besides Drain Slash, the bosses will also attempt to warp their turns twice using Brace and will attempt to one-hit KO you, but because Daze is up, the 3 turns of Daze just nicely protects you against the 2 Brace attacks that the bosses will use. And because Brace is a turn warp, each Brace used will also trigger a Spiral Linchpin follow up from Machina, which helps to deal a little bit more damage and build the FR meter even further. And as you can see right here, I then pop summon and very easily finish off the bosses. So really that's it for the ticket mission. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe, really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next stream review fight. Bye!